So here we go. We are live. We are live. This will be a very short stream because I'm going to have to get going by 9 o'clock. But first thing first, here's what I don't understand. For some reason, for some weird-ass reason, Sony decided to go ahead and pull the plug on the live stream. And for the life of me, I don't understand why. Like, what was the reasoning behind pulling the plug on the stream? Is it possible it was a hacker? Some guy hacked in? Possibly somebody hacked in. That's possible. It could happen. But Sony says that I violated their code of conduct, service, and I'm like, what exactly does that mean? What exactly did I violate? The party chat, it's a party chat. My friends, they agree to be broadcast, and they allow their voices to be broadcast. They are okay by being broadcast. I'm not doing anything without their will. They choose to be broadcast. They choose to have their voice be available to be broadcast. So if you're watching this, Sony, maybe you can write me an email. Maybe if it was you, if it was a hacker, some guy from Indonesia, I could give a shit less. But if it was you, maybe you can explain it to me in detail, like why. Yeah, maybe you can tell me in detail why. Because it makes no sense. Because I'm still here, apparently. I'm still here, so whoever it was, it didn't work out for you. And it's not ever going to work out for you. Code of conduct, my ass. Because we were talking about the PlayStation. We were talking about the PlayStation. And we were talking about the difference between different consoles and their technologies. What exactly is there that was a breaching the code of conduct by violating your services? How exactly? Hey Cameron, welcome back. How exactly did I violate your service? By saying that PlayStation 5 has better features? That's free advertisement for you. Maybe I should have said that the Xbox is the best thing ever, and that the Sony is just, I don't know, the worst console ever made. That the PlayStation is the worst console ever made. Maybe I should say that. So what? I mean, and that's the thing, man. They don't send you any email. They don't even tell you the reason why. It's just there was like a quick brief note says, "Oh, you violated the code of conduct." Like what code of conduct? What exactly did I breach? What exactly did I violate? There's absolutely nothing on my email or anywhere that says that I violated anything. What I suspect is there's probably some hacker that tried to do something, but it failed, obviously. Just like they're failing right now, hitting the likes and dislikes really doesn't do me anything. Hitting the dislikes really doesn't do nothing for me because I'm not sponsored. It really makes no difference to me. So I don't know what's going on. I'm still here. So whoever it was, whatever it was, you haven't achieved anything. You absolutely haven't achieved nothing except just made yourself look like a douche, like a loser, sitting in the little cubicle, that little shitty ass cockroach room, you know. Probably, because I knew it was, because I mean, I looked at my agreement and everything on when it comes to live streaming. You guys agreed to be on the party chat because you guys are okay with that. Every single one of you has to select, I want my voice to be heard on the live stream. It's a party chat. I'm not forcing anybody to do something they don't want to do. You guys choose out of your free will to put your voices onto the party chat, and you are okay with that. You don't have no problem. I have your consent, means you're okay with your voice being on the live stream. Yeah. So I don't know if you want to say a few words. Cameron, Mamba, if you guys want to jump in, go ahead, jump in. This is fun, man. We got it till 9 o'clock, man. I only got till 9 o'clock, then I got a whole ass out of here. This is already entertaining as it is. I'm already being entertained while drinking my Alpha Brain coffee. Thank you, Joe Rogan. What's going to be the next? That's okay. Me and Cameron will be here for a little bit till 9 o'clock. Mamba, so I'll see you some other time, Mamba, because I'm going to finish this by 9 o'clock. Hold on. Did I join Cameron? I think I did. Hey, Uncle Anxiety. Welcome. Good to see you, Uncle. Yeah. It's crazy, though. They said I violated the code of conduct. And I look at my email. There was nothing there, to explain to me what service exactly did I violate. Because what we were talking about the features that PlayStation 5 has versus the features that Xbox has. And we were just putting out the facts. These are the facts. Certain things you can do on the PlayStation 5 that you can't do on the Xbox. And also there are certain things that PlayStation does better in terms of first-party exclusives that you can do better than on the Xbox, because the Xbox really, to be honest, their first-party games are like, Halo and Gears and Halo. And Gears and Halo with Gears. Gears with Halo mixed with Halo and Gears with Halo and Gears and Halo. And just flipping that Gears and Halo. No, I think it was a troll. Probably some troll from, I don't know, whatever. Indonesia or New Delhi. I don't know, with some broken jailbreaked cell phone somewhere out there sitting in a little shitty ass room that hasn't been hosed down for centuries, you know.
Just joined the chat?
I know, Uncle Anxiety. Yeah. And hey, Uncle. First of all, for those of you who don't know Uncle Anxiety is somebody that I met while I was going on this journey on purchasing the PlayStation 5 and Series X through StockX. And Uncle Anxiety was like the first person that really kind of gave me a blanket of insurance to let me know, hey, man, rest easy, don't worry. You're not going to get bag of rice, you're not going to get, box of cat food. You're definitely going to have the working console. It's just you have to wait a little bit. And he gave me some tips when to buy a console from StockX. And he talked about the 3 days, three important days to order: Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. There's a lot of tips, which I'm not going to give away here because I want you to go see his channel. I want you to watch his videos. And also he can talk about that as well. All of the tricks I learned: when to buy, when not to buy, when to look for the to StockX and to see the lowest asking price, and when to buy it. All of that stuff, all those tricks, he really explained all of that to me in detail. And Uncle Anxiety, he's as 100% legit as you're going to get. And he's the best person to go to if you are having second thoughts about StockX. And he'll be honest with you. He'll be straight up with you 100%, and he'll tell you how it works. Thank you, Uncle, man. Look, I was just like everybody else, Uncle Anxiety.
Skeptical.
I was 100% skeptical, even Cameron told me, don't worry, his brother's selling on it, they're legit, don't worry about it. But still, I didn't know much about StockX. I didn't know anything about StockX. I just knew that they were selling shoes and takes a long time. But I didn't know that they were actually selling the PlayStation and the electronics. That's when they got into that business. So right now, I can tell you, after all the whole process, the whole ordeal that I went through with StockX, I can tell you that these guys are 100% legit, and you don't have to worry about whether or not you're going to get your console. You will get your console. But there are some negatives, obviously, and I address those negatives. The waiting game, the waiting period. They could fix that up a little bit. They could make that work better, where they could give you the option after the authentication, so that way you can have a choice whether you want the console next day air or 2 days. They should expedite that console to you as quick as possible. As soon as they authenticate the product, they should give you that option. And Uncle Anxiety talked about that as well on his video. That option should be there. Once you authenticate the console, the product from the seller, you should give the buyer the option how he wants that console to be shipped to him. You should send him an email and let him know, hey, we authenticated your console. How do you want it? Do you want the next day air or do you want the 2 day? Of course, you have to pay for it, but at least they should give that option to the buyer. And you know, 100%. Yeah, and that's like that's my only negative. If I have to like pick and choose like one negative, it would be that. And you just waiting. You know, you have to wait, but you will get it by the end of this month. If you order it in April, you're going to get it by the end of this month. There's no question. You will have your console by the end of this month. That I can guarantee you. Just be home. Don't let that box sit there for 2 days. Someone's going to take that shit. I mean, you want to make sure. Pirates. Yeah, you want to make sure. Yeah. You want to make sure you're home, or you know somebody you can trust, or a neighbor or whatever, but you want to make sure you're home when that happens, when that day, you know approximately this day today, the next 2 days, it's when it's going to arrive. You want to make sure you have a 2 day off or something, be home, so that way you can pick it up. Because the UPS guy, the FedEx guy, they just knock like for 3 seconds, knock, knock, and then they run to their truck. Like speed running, like Speedy Gonzalez. They're running to their truck and they're just taking off. So you got to make sure that you have the notification turned on your cell phone. But all of these tips and tricks, you know, Uncle Anxiety, he's going to walk you through it. He's going to show you all of this. That's how I learned. I learned from him, you know.
And think about it. If you didn't have Uncle Anxiety and you didn't come across him telling you about StockX, we technically wouldn't even be able to do this live stream today because your computer took a crap because of the internet.
Yeah.
So, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Think about it. The last few live streams and the videos you uploaded is thanks to the PlayStation 5 and having the PlayStation 5. So that's a huge bonus.
Exactly. And no, I think this was a troll. Somebody who did this, I'm looking at the chat. This was probably somebody who tried to inject some kind of scripted flag, you know, like a flagging to flag my PlayStation.
I've never seen a live stream get shut down because of the flag just like that, and it just like I understand if it's a video and you made a video and you posted it and you were like, you know, using terms that breached their thing, but I never seen, because I've seen YouTubers do live streams and then they're talking about worse stuff. We're talking about consoles and PCs and whatever game you prefer to play. And so maybe somebody hit the report and flag thing, and then a bunch of PC fanboys probably, you know, they're like, this is all we can talk about because we don't have.
They got together and they start clicking, and they start flagging it. So that's what happened. They use their fake accounts, their fake PlayStation accounts. They, you know, you can make dozens of these PlayStation accounts, and that's what they do. They make these fake accounts, and then they go ahead and they start just hitting, you know, like bots, like 30, 40, 50 bots, and they just start hitting, just like these dislikes. It's probably from a one person, but he has like 6 different 7, 8 fake accounts. He's probably making another fake account as we speak, so he can go ahead and hit some more dislikes. But what he doesn't understand is hitting a dislike doesn't do anything to me because I'm not sponsored. It doesn't affect me in any way. The only sad part is that he can only make 6 or maybe 10 or 20. I wish he could make 20,000 or 30,000 dislikes, because 30,000 dislikes, that equals 30,000 views. So maybe if you could do that, hey man, much appreciated. But yeah, go ahead, Cameron.
And you know what was another thing too is like you've made. I mean, I don't know if you can call it a video, but you've made a video. I don't know if you can call it a video. You've made 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 a video. You several videos about the Series X, and you've pointed out a lot of good things that you like about the Series X.
Yeah.
You've played the Series X, and even me, I commented in the comments in those videos that, man, this is pretty cool. You know, this, I'm glad it looks like this. I understand the benefits and all that, and you put it out there, and people watch it. But yet, whenever you discover something new with the PlayStation, and you put it out there, just like how you did with the Xbox, a lot of people, it's like they don't want you to point out all of the good things that you're discovering with the PlayStation. And it's like even now that you're pointing out the fact that your internet is allowing you to utilize 10 megabytes, and the PlayStation 5 is able to do this live stream. And I mean,
my PC cannot do it, and I have a pretty expensive PC though, like $1,800 from iBuyPower.
It's in 1080p 60 FPS, right? And then the other day, I think you tried to live stream with the PC, and it when me and Desperado, we were telling you that it every 1 second it was freezing, and you couldn't do anything. I think that day you were trying to live stream the Halo game. The first time you noticed it, and so obviously your PC was taking a dump because of the internet. And now the fact that you're pointing out in the last couple of days that, hey, I'm able to upload these games easily now in a 2 gig file in 10 minutes with the PlayStation 5, and it's only I only have an 8 megabyte connection, but it's working. These people now are coming, and they're angry, and then they're wondering why we are telling them, hey, listen, PlayStation is doing this. It's like they don't want you to point out the benefits that you're seeing with the PlayStation, and I'll be quite frank. They are out, like these benefits are outweighing what you're seeing on the Xbox. Like I said, you've pointed out the good about the Xbox. Hey, you can go back and you can play these old Xbox One, Xbox 2 games, and the Xbox is by default, playing them in 4K 60 FPS. And I said that's great. I hate the fact that with Sony, we have to wait for the developer to put these patches. And I like the fact that Xbox automatically these old games, but hey, you guys have to also, respect the fact that, hey, there's a lot of good things that he's discovering with the PlayStation, and and there might be more. You may not like it, but this is the facts. Don't get mad at the facts.
Because they want you to be part of their tribe. It's like a tribalism thing. It's no different than red versus blue. I don't want to jump into politics, but it's like a tribalism. We don't care. We know everything you say is true, but we want you to just join our tribe. Well, too bad, man. I'm independent. I don't join nobody's tribe, nor do I bow down to nobody. No, man. I bow down to nobody. Okay, only to the Almighty out there, the universe, the Almighty. That's about it. But no man would I bow down to, okay? Nor do I join anybody's jersey or join anybody's tribal, whatever you want to call it, party. But they want you to be part of that, even though they know, know I have videos. I have the unboxing of Halo with a Halo theme song in the beginning. I've done countless of videos on the, was it 12-hour live stream or some shit like that? I've done tons of stuff on the Xbox, but it doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. What matters to them is we want you just to do Xbox. Well, then you're in the wrong place. You're in the wrong place. If you think you're coming here thinking that I'm going to be some kind of a fanboy, just waving that one flag over the other, well, you're just wasting your time. Just like all the others before you who are blocked and they're not part of this channel, been wasting their time. And what have they accomplished? Absolutely nothing. I'm still here. I'm still sitting here kicking ass while you're not. And they're just jealous. But go ahead, Cameron.
Yeah, it's I think what they want you to do is they want you to say that haptic feedback sucks. Haptic feedback is. They want you to say.
I'll tell you what. For $50, I'll do it. For $50, I'll do it.
They want you to say that haptic feedback is going to hurt your hands. They want you to say stuff like that. I think that's what's going to make them acknowledge that, yeah, man.
Listen, if somebody comes in right now,
it's a death trap.
If somebody comes in right now, I'll gladly say it quickly. I'll say it quickly. Yeah. But first you have to pay me $50, and I'll say it. But I'm not going to say it now. But if you pay me $50, I'll just say it. I mean, not a problem. For $50, I'll say it. Now for $100, I might say a little bit louder and a little bit longer. For 200, I'll really take my time. I'll say it twice, louder and a little bit longer. But you got to pay up. You got to pay up. That's like the only way. Remember that guy that remember that guy that came in and he paid and then God. I mean, it's just they're so desperate. Like, this is the sign of desperation. When someone is desperate and they're so jealous and they're desperate, like, why can't this guy pick and choose a side? Well, because I'm not like you. Because I'm different. I'm me. I'm very unique. Do you know why? Do you know why I'm very unique, me? Because there's nobody like me on 8 billion people on this planet. I'm very unique, me. That's why. Just like you are also very unique, you, and just like Cameron, it's also very unique, him, and just like Mamba, it's also very unique, him. Okay? That's the way this works. Okay? But yeah, go ahead, Cameron.
United fan, he has a pretty good question. Maybe, I don't know if you or Uncle Anxiety can answer it about StockX. He said he's getting into StockX and he tried it today.
Yeah.
He's trying to get from what I'm reading, he's trying to get a PlayStation 5 digital version. So he said he's on the bidding stage, and they do ship to Ireland. But he says he doesn't want to overbid like on the PlayStation 5 digital version, and he also doesn't want to put a bid too low that he's going to be denied. But he's saying he doesn't want to spend over $550. And what do you think would be a good price for him to pay or bid on a PlayStation 5 digital on StockX?
Here's the problem, United fan. You got to remember a couple of things. You have to remember that the seller will not go anything below what the bidding is. So let's say if the bidding price is $750, he's not going to go anything below that. He just wants to go above that. So the asking price is going to it's probably going to be $800, and that's what the asking price is right now, $800. So you got to remember, there's no way that you're going to be able to persuade him, because he knows that people are going to buy that console because they want it. It's the most wanted product, and there's really nothing you can do, bro. Unless you can contact him, but they're not going to give you that information. The StockX keeps the information confidential, and they're not going to tell you, okay, this is the guy that's selling this console for this much, and that's what he's asking on that bidding, the lowest ask. For $550, it's just the only way that could happen is if maybe, possibly down the road, the person was selling it for, let's say, $580. But what's the point of selling a console for $580? Look, it's just not going to happen. United fan, I'll just be honest with you, because I'm a straight shooter. I just call it the way it is. I don't like to BS people. I don't like to waste people's time with beating around the bush and throwing some smoke screens. That's never going to happen. Not even the wildest dream. So the best you can hope for is if it goes down to $650, and the lowest asking bid it's $500, and the asking bid it's $650. That's the best that you're going to be able to get as far as the PlayStation 5 this year. So $650, if you can get it for $650, keep tracking. It's like Uncle Anxiety will tell you right now. It's like a stock market. You have to keep, maybe Uncle Anxiety can type in few words, and also you can go check him out as well. Check out his channel. You have to keep tracking the sales. It doesn't mean that it's always going to be $800. Right now it's $800 because it's very popular, because people really want it. They're buying it for $800 and they're bidding close to $800. So it's going to stay that way. But it doesn't mean it's always going to stay that way. Maybe in June, maybe in May, let's say June, maybe in June it's going to come down. But you have to keep tracking. those prices, because they will come down a little bit. A good source of that would be Uncle Anxiety. Again, United fan, you should subscribe to Uncle Anxiety, and he's pretty hands-on this stuff. He keeps tabs on everything, not just the StockX, but other services as well, like GOAT. We were talking about the GOAT service. Once the GOAT starts selling PlayStation 5, if they ever do, once they start doing that, then there's no waiting, because they're going to have everything in stock, and you'll be able to get it shipped right away. But for right now, StockX, you have to keep checking those biddings. It's not always going to be 800. This wave right now, people want it, and it's 800. Once this wave is gone, and another wave comes out of the sellers, maybe by the end of May, but you have to keep tracking. It's going to drop down to 650. When it drops down to 650, then you take that chance. And then you go ahead and you purchase it. You hit on that green button and you agree with that seller. Hey, I want this. I like this price deal. I'm taking it. So I don't know if Uncle Anxiety is still here. If he wants to say a few words, maybe he can kind of like fill in on. Go ahead, Cameron.
Yeah. Here's the thing, though. I know everybody talks about the PlayStation 5, the disc version, but United fan in particular, he was asking for the digital version. So I don't know if you've ever looked and see what the digital version is going for.
It's not worth it. It's really too expensive, honestly. Cameron, if you think about it,
yeah. Like what I was gonna say is, I think when I went into Best Buy and I got mine, not Best Buy, EB Games, the guy had told me that it's 6 disk drive versions to 1 digital version. So meaning, the disk drive version is more wanted. So on StockX, would it make sense to really look for the digital version, or would you be getting a better deal getting the disc version? Because at this point, both of them are going to be inflated. So is it a waste of time to look for the digital version? Not just secure the disc one, because you're probably getting a better deal in the long run.
Honestly, I haven't even seen that many digital versions on. They are out there on the stock. 6-1. But honestly, the amount of money you're gonna pay for the digital version, you're just better off waiting till it drops down, like the Uncle Anxiety said. Wait till June. Wait for this. Wait for this first wave to kind of goes through. And I know both me and Uncle Anxiety kind of helped with this. We broke the ice. Now a lot of people want to buy it. So you got a lot of people who have money, they don't care, and they want to buy it. They want it so badly. So you got to wait for this wave to go. Wait for this wave to pass through. Be patient. You've been patient this long. You can be patient for a couple of more months. And then keep tabs on it. Download the StockX app, or you can go to Uncle Anxiety, hit the bell button, so every time he uploads the video, it's going to show up, and you're going to know exactly when to buy, when to purchase, when the prices drop down, and then you take the advantage. Go right away. Do not wait. Listen, I want to say this, guys. Make sure that you already open your account on StockX, and make sure that you already got your information put in there, that you got your your debit card, your credit card, whatever, what have you, right? Your PayPal, or if you want to do it with a firm, for whatever, 12 months, or pay off on a credit or whatever. So make sure that you have your account ready. Don't do it like the last minute, putting all that stuff. By the time you fill up that account, maybe it's gonna go higher. Because these biddings, they fluctuate so quick, man, so fast. And you really got to hit and reserve that 650 or that 680 price. And you just hit on that price. It's like bidding on a car. It's like you gotta raise your hand right away. So you have to be firm on that. And you got to be ready. Yeah, go ahead, Cameron.
Basically, Uncle Anxiety said he agrees with you 100%, and he says in June they'll most likely drop the price to 600. I think about 3 weeks ago, or 4 weeks ago, I think it had dropped close to 600. I think.
Even Xbox dropped down to six. I couldn't believe it. Series X dropped down to 600. It happened, But there's times.
Today, Yeah, but I think Mamba, when he was saying like after we got disconnected, he was telling me when he checked today it's back up to 800, so he can't afford 800. He's gonna wait till it
Yeah,
goes back to like
you wait, just wait,
7.
because you're
Yeah.
gonna regret it. Here's both. I'm gonna tell you, and I know you're gonna tell them as well. And I'm pretty sure Uncle Anxiety will tell them as well. Hey, man, just wait, because you're gonna regret that 850, that 800.
By the T7 with that extra money.
Yeah, man. I mean, because you will regret paying that much. I can hear it in your voices. Oh, I should have listened to Anxiety and Mr. 4K and Cameron. I should have listened to them. Yeah, man, be patient, bro. Don't worry. This PlayStation, this Oreo, my favorite Oreo router that I love it, PlayStation 5, it's not going to go anywhere. This thing's not going to go anywhere. It's always going to be there. It's always, people always going to sell it. Okay, it's not like they'll be out of stock. Oh, you can't buy it anymore. Don't worry. There's always going to be, you will always have a chance this entire year to buy it from StockX. But you have to be smart. You know, you got to know when to buy. You know,
Yep.
you don't want to waste your money like that. You know, because you can use that money for something else. You know, for other, yeah, T7s for 150, 150.
Charger.
Wireless charger, yes.
Controller.
And there's something I need to buy.
Plus.
Yeah, PlayStation Plus, bunch of games. Yeah, sure. A 3D audio headset, all that stuff you'd be able to get. Yeah.
Big Show is back. I don't know if you remember him.
Oh yeah, I remember him.
He was in a lot, yeah.
Hey, Big Show, thank you for that $20, man. I really appreciate it, man. For the last time, I appreciate that.
He said, Sony's been getting strict on people's live streams. So he's just pointing that out.
Yeah. Wow.
And then this guy here, Val A, he joined the chat and he said, 4K, can you please add me on PSN? But I think we said, I don't know if the rule still applies, but I think you said members. I don't know if you're still doing that.
Yeah. Here's the thing, guys.
I'm just letting you know what they're writing in the chat.
Even though I know some of you who are regulars, you know, and I know you from, you know, knowing you from here, but then again, I don't really know the people's intent behind that profile. I'm not trying to judge anybody. I'm just being cautious because, you know, I need time, you know, just with Cameron, you know, before I started trusting Cameron, I didn't know him that well. But when we started talking, then I started learning more about him. You know, this is something that is just a human nature, you know, especially when you're running a YouTube. And please guys, don't get offended by this. It's just, I got people who like me, but there's also groups of people who hate me, and they're willing to go through all kinds of unnecessary fields to disrupt my live stream or to disrupt my, PlayStation network or Xbox network. So I have to be very cautious, guys. I have to be very cautious because it is internet, all kinds of crazies out there, all kinds of idiots. You know, it doesn't mean that I don't trust you. It just means it's like a probation. It's like, you know, when you start a new job, you have to prove yourself. Right? Or like when you join military, you got to prove yourself from being a corporal to ranking up to, let's say, a platoon leader to become a sergeant or a captain. So you have to go through all of these rankings till people can say, hey, you know, he's legit. This guy can do this. So give me some time. Val, give me some time, Val, and we'll see, man, in the future. And I hope you guys don't get, you know, offended by this. You know, it's just you have to put yourself in my position. You know, I appreciate people who love what I do. I appreciate people who donate. But at the same time, I also have to be careful because people like to play both sides of the aisle. You know, they like to be two-faced, three-faced, four-faced, and you never really know what their true intent is and what they're trying to achieve. And I have to be very cautious about that. It doesn't mean that I don't like you. It just means that I have to be 100% sure. And Cameron, you can tell him you went through the same process. I didn't just say, "Oh, come on in, Cameron." You can tell him, you know.
Yep.
You know.
Yeah, actually, when I first met Ed, actually, I don't even care about video games. The first time I met him was when I was looking for an HDMI cable because I'm a home theater enthusiast. So when I first met him, I started watching a video from 2017, and I actually thought he was a Spanish guy from his accent at first when he made this video, and I was looking at HDMI cable for my home theater, and he was talking about the Belkin high-speed cable. That's how from 2017. That's when I first seen him. And then I'll be honest with you guys, I live in Toronto, Canada, and then we had the lockdown. And then I started watching more of his channel, and then he was doing these live streams, and I was watching these games. And anybody who knows me, I'm a fitness addict. That profile picture, that's actually me. And I told Ed, I don't give a shit about the video games. I just like your personality. I like the fact that you swear just like I do. I like the fact, and then we became friends on Instagram. He started to watch my training fitness videos. And then all of a sudden, we started to kick off. And
The Last of Us was really right when The Last of Us 2 was really we kicked off. Because he was with me every day for like 12 days, 12 hours a day. It was just The Last of Us 2. I was really into that game. I don't think anybody has done it the way, honestly, the way I did it steadily, like day in, day out. It was like a marathon. And I couldn't stop playing it. And I know Cameron was just so indulgent with this game, The Last of Us 2, and I told him to wait, not to buy a PlayStation 4 Pro to play The Last of Us 1 and The Last of Us 2. I said wait till PlayStation 5 so you can enjoy The Last of Us first one. And that's what he did. Yeah, and then
I met the other guys. I met Mamba, I met Urban, I met Desperado, I met Derek, and then we became Team Blue Wrench.
Yeah.
And through that, I've been here, and we hung out. And I never asked him to be a moderator. He just figured, give
it to him.
These guys are cool, and then we just.
But I also made a mistake. I trusted some people quickly and fast, and I regretted it. Like this one guy, I forgot his name. Was Steve or not Steve or?
There was a Steve guy, a Steven.
Yeah. And he seemed pretty cool at first, but then he started. And I gave the guy a chance. I gave him like 3 chances. But then he started just acting weird, and I was like, hey man, listen bro, help yourself, don't just do it for me, do it for you, because I see something's wrong with him, like he's the way he's talking, the way he's expressing himself, like dude, you're not healthy in mind, man, that's not good for you, it's not good, and I start telling him, listen, I can't have you come back, man, because the way he became, this guy Steve, is even though I gave him the range to be a moderator, but he started abusing it. He started blocking people left and right for no reason. And he started, like, whatever I say, he said there's something better. Or whatever someone says, he says, oh, I have something better. And he just started countering everything, like, just for, I don't know, because I guess something was wrong with him, and he was angry or jealous, and he said, fuck everything, screw this, screw that, the world sucks. Like, I think he was depressed. Honestly, I think the guy was depressed, and I hope he got well. He's in Seattle, in Washington. I hope he got well. I hope he's doing better. I haven't spoke to him since, what was
Probably
it? That time. And I really hope if he's watching, I'm open for you to contact me and talk to me. Dude, I'll talk to you, bro. I'm not like one of those guys that holds the grudge. I'm not that type of a person. Unless you hold the grudge. Unless you have a grudge, that's a different story. But if you want to contact me, man, if you want to reach out to me or reach out to one of my moderators and tell them, hey, I want to get in touch with you, I'll be more than happy to talk to you, bro. But you got to remember, like, if you come back, you have to understand that I have certain rules here that I have to go by, and if you start breaking those rules, if you start acting weird and crazy, then obviously I can't have you disrupting what we're doing here, But yeah, go ahead, Cameron.
And I've had lots of people who come to my channel now that I'm making these little videos, and they ask me, hey, can you ask Mr. 4K to unblock me? Can you ask this guy or this moderator to block me? And at the end of the day, listen, if you got blocked, then you probably know why you got blocked. You probably did something. You probably said something. And if you're coming to me and you don't even have a profile picture, that we don't even know you, then I'm not gonna go out of my way to to get you unblocked, because I don't even know you in the first place. I don't know what you did. Maybe you said something to somebody else. I don't know what you did. So, but I just want to say I've been seeing a lot of influx of people coming and asking me, can you ask Ed to unblock me? This guy blocked me and I didn't do anything. So I don't know about that.
Yeah, I mean, my thing is, you know, I don't mind unblocking people if they can tell me, hey, listen, I know what I did and I apologize. And, you know, like when I had, like this thing with Mamba that I had.
Yeah.
And he apologized to me. He says, hey, man, I wasn't paying attention. And those guys, what they were saying about, you know, they were making some racial slurs, which I'm not going to repeat here. Some very vile racial slurs. And I was like so angry with Mamba that he didn't block them. I said, hey, man, why didn't you block these guys? You know, I don't want people using this kind of racial crap here. And but then he apologized to me. He said, hey, man, really, honestly, I wasn't paying attention. I was doing something else. I said, all right, man, cool, no problem. You know, same thing with me and Derek when we had our problems. And even one time I assumed something about you, Cameron, and then you straight up told me, hey, man, I don't give a shit about these clowns. I just like your personality, man. And then, you know, so it's a trust, guys. It's a bond of trust. You know, it's like a band of brothers, but with a trust. There has to be a trust. And what does the trust mean? Trust means the transparency, that I can rely on you, that I can trust you, that you're not going to stab me in the back, that you're not going to, you know, cut my head off, shit down my throat. I don't know. I got to be able to trust you, you know, and that's a very hard thing to pinpoint. It takes time to fully realize that with certain people, to gain that trust. And you know how difficult that is in today's society, right? It's almost nearly impossible to get to that trust level, you know.
Two things I want to mention. First of all, United Fan says he's glad to be here. He likes the personalities that he sees with the people. He's proud to be here. And he also says that he notices that the stream is basically going very, very well, and he wants to know if your internet is working better. So that, you know, pat on the back to the PlayStation 5. And second, and lastly, Vincent Paradiso, he rejoined the chat, and he wants to know, is Sony monitoring the live streams and cut you off, or do you think it was fanboys who reported your stream?
I think it was the PC fanboys and mix of PC and Xbox, because I know that I have a good, healthy amount of Xbox fans, right? And I know from which camp they're coming from. I'm not gonna throw in the names because I don't want to start the drama again, like a ping pong going back and forth, you know. But you know who these guys are. I don't need to mention their names. If you know, then you know. I'm not going to give them any spotlight. And I know that they come in and they try to follow my channel through different accounts, and some of them they follow me on the PlayStation and the Xbox. And then if I'm doing a live stream like right now, and I'm saying something that they don't like, that's maybe hurting their brand. If I say the PlayStation is doing something well, while the Xboxes should be doing something better, then they don't like that. So then they all join up and they start hitting the dislikes with their other accounts, flagging me, and then there's an automated system. Sony has an automated system. It's not like there's a human. Believe me, there is no human watching me right now other than you guys from Sony. Okay, it's not like there's somebody in a Sony booth looking at Mr. 4K. Oh, let's see what Mr. 4K is saying. This could be very interesting. Let's get that ban button ready. No, this is automated bot with so many hits of flaggings. When you flag somebody, then it's going to automatically it's going to stop the stream. This happened to me with the Order 1886 because I didn't realize when in that one scene that that there's going to be a naked dude, a naked guy, and they're swinging tits and dicks and all that. So they flagged the shit out of the fucking. I don't know if you remember that. There was that the one scene in the game in that hotel, El Bordello, whatever you want to call it. Uncle Anxiety, thank you, man. Listen, Uncle Anxiety, you should become part of our team, man. You should join the party chat. There's so much you could say through party chat. I'm going to try to put you... actually, Uncle Anxiety... here, Uncle Anxiety. This is my PlayStation. Edo 79. send me a friend request, and I'll be more than happy to add you. And I'm gonna show you how to do a party voice chat. And through party voice chat, you can join us, and you can actually talk like Cameron is talking right now. And you can help people if they have any questions regarding the StockX. Instead of typing, you can actually tell them through microphone, through the party chat. You can tell them exactly what to do, how to do it, and of course, tell them to join your channel, to go to his channel, which I am also recommending right now, to click on his name and go check his channel as well, and make sure to subscribe to his channel. Anytime, Uncle Anxiety. Go ahead, Cameron.
Rico Suave said that gaming has become the new politics, which is true, I guess.
Oh yeah, listen. Any agenda, they're gonna look to find the platform, and agendas can be driven through any platform, through music, through sports, through media, especially media, social media. Any agenda can be used easily through, especially in this day and age. Back in the days, it was the paper. You have to print the paper, so the papers had the monopoly. You have to go through, the Heralds and Tribunes and Times, New York Times, whatever, right? You have to go through newspapers back in 1930s, right? To like get some narrative, to get some agenda going, and you can control that. You're very easy to control that. But now it's different. Now you got so many different outlets in 2021, in 21st century, for you to drive your narrative, to drive your agenda, whatever that agenda is. And that's what the internet's been doing lately. It's been pushing whatever agenda you have through their platforms. And it can be positive, but also negative. Everything is positive, but also has a lot of negative that comes with it. That's the nature of the internet. And that's something I understand completely. Yeah, go ahead, Cameron. Because we got only like 10 more minutes. But yeah, we still can go ahead. If you want to, whatever, if you have to say a few words, Cameron, go ahead.
Well, let's go back to the game a little bit. So I'm noticing a bunch of people in the chat, like they're acknowledging how good the game is playing and running. So to a lot of people, if they didn't know,
it's 60 FPS. Yeah.
No, I'm saying they probably think that you're using your capture card right now on your PC, and a lot of them are assuming that your internet is back to normal. But I'm trying to tell them that no,
it's not. No.
You still have 8 megabytes, but the PlayStation 5 is basically turning 50 cents into $1 here. It's taking that 8 megabytes and it's using it and making it seem like you have 100 megabytes upload right now. And
I don't know how Sony's. I really don't know what technology it's in there, to be honest with you, and as like how they're able to do this. I don't know how they're able to do this. I don't know how they're able to get this to get going, and but they're able to do it, because I cannot do it on my PC. On my PC, I'm not able to do this. My PC cannot do this. I tried it. I tried it the other day. Remember, on that live stream, I tried it. And what happened is, you saw this on that FIFA video. Remember? That FIFA live stream. It was like 5 frames, stops, another 5 frames, and then stops. So every 5 seconds, and then stops. And it was very annoying, right, for people to watch that. And that was my PC. And that's pretty high-end PC with a 2 gigabit Ethernet port that should be state-of-the-art. State-of-the-art. See the quotes in the air? See that?
Well, Sony is doing it. Sony's doing it right.
Yeah. Of course, they've been doing it right since, well, I'm going to rub it into this guy, the one you just blocked. They've been doing it right since 1995. And while the Xbox only has Hail Mary, Halo Gears, and nothing else. And while PC only had Half-Life, and that's about it. Now, the only reason for PC is what? Some indie games that nobody freaking wants, and simulators. Simulators. I guarantee you the main reason why people have a PC is the simulators. And those RTS games like MMO, not MMA, MMO, massively multiplayer games like, which I never understood that whole thing. What was it? The World of Warcraft. I tried to get into World of Warcraft.
Oh my God! Don't even talk about. That's like that Skyrim game. The guy with the
yeah, bro.
I don't understand how people like these games. Like, what do you like about?
I don't get it either, bro.
There, hello, and you're interacting and you're pressing X to give the guy a coin. Like, have you guys played God of War? Have you not seen the action? There is no communication until Kratos kills you. You know, have you not seen the conduct? Like that's a game. When I'm sitting there and these guys are playing World of Warcraft, and they're sitting there and your character is basically stuck in one position, and you're pressing buttons to engage, and then you're pressing another button to go and select your weapon, and like that's not a game. That's boring to me. Like I don't understand.
Man.
And they're trying to tell you that that's a great game.
You know what? I mean, here's the thing. To be fair, I understand that there's always going to be a demographic for certain games. I call it special interest. You know, we all have special interests. Some people like those types of games, but I just don't understand. Why would you want to invest that kind of money? Building a $2,000, $3,000 computer so you can play World of Warcraft at, 120 frames per second or 120 hertz. Again, I'm not here to judge, but to me, I still have a hard time wrapping my mind around that, man. And then you have to pay. You have to pay a monthly subscription. And you could lose all of that data and all the money you spend. You could lose all of that data if the servers get all screwed up at the blizzard.net. Let's say something majorly happens, right? You don't have a crystal ball. You don't know what's going to happen, 5 years from now, 2 years from now, 3 years from now, down the road. You don't know what's going to happen. But you entrust to Blizzard, right? You entrust your security to BlizzardNet, that the BlizzardNet got your back. Don't worry. Your information won't be leaked. Nothing will be leaked. And all of your saves and all your progress will be secured. And all the money you spent will be secured, right? Nobody can guarantee you that. But hey, go ahead, Cameron.
You obviously cannot argue with facts, statistics, because it's going to happen. It's statistics, right?
Yeah.
It's facts, So you can't deny that. So let me ask you a question. Let's say Xbox releases a game, Microsoft releases a game. And then on the same day, Sony releases God of War Ragnarok. Who's going to get the sales?
Oh, that's easy. Ragnarok.
Right?
That's just that's a no-brainer.
Exactly. And it's not even going to be close. Not even going to be close. And you can be an Xbox Microsoft person, but you can't argue with that statistic, okay?
Yeah.
Naughty Dog releases The Last of Us 3. On the same day Xbox releases a game, who's going to sell more?
Exactly.
The Last of Us 3. Not even a competition. Spider-Man releases Spider-Man 2. Xbox releases any game. Who's going to sell more? There's a reason. Like, this is statistics, facts. This is not me making it up. Like, you don't have to be a rocket scientist to know this. Like, you may not agree, okay, he likes this, but I'm just releasing facts. And it's even your Xbox players are going to go and buy Ragnarok over the newest 100%. Xbox game. Right? So that's the point that we've been trying to tell people.
That's what, honestly, we've been trying to tell to everyone is that these are the facts. I mean, and here's the thing. They know I have Xbox. They know I have a PC. They know I have a Nintendo Switch. They know that I have virtual reality and all of this jazz. And they know that I am in no shape or way trying to hold anybody's flag. But these are the facts. I'm not going to lie and say, hey, what should I do? Should I lie and say, well, I'm really upset. I'm really upset that I can live stream this good from my PlayStation 5. And I'm really upset that I can go ahead and record 1080p HDR60 as much as I want. And I can plug in any microphone and sound so good on this microphone. I'm pissed off that this microphone sounds so good on PlayStation 5. I'm upset. I'm upset now. Yeah, I'm upset now. So what am I supposed to do? I'm supposed to lie and say, yeah, I really don't like this. Come on, these are the facts. When something negative happens, I will talk about it openly if there's something negative that comes out with the PlayStation. I'm not going to hold back. I guarantee you. Neither Cameron will hold back. None of us will hold back. If there's some kind of a screw up with the PlayStation, we'll be more than happy to talk about it, right? We're not going to hold back. We're not going to hold back. A fanboy will hold back and make some kind of excuse and say, no, this is the reason, We're not going to do that. I tell you who's going to do that. But I'm not going to mention their names, but you know who. You know who they are. I don't want to give these guys a spotlight, but you know who they are.
We're going to have to always keep repeating it because there's always going to be a different chat, new people coming in, so we have to always say it. Like I've always said, I wished Sony would be able to have all of their games maximized to play on the PlayStation 5, all of the old games. That's what I like about Xbox. I like the fact that with Xbox, when you go on the Game Pass, all of the old games are automatically optimized for the Series X. You don't have to do anything. So I wish Sony did that rather than us having to wait for the developers. I wish right now, because I bought The Last of Us 2 and I haven't played it yet, I wish The Last of Us 2 was automatically 4K 60 FPS, ray tracing, all of the good stuff. I don't like that I have to wait for Naughty Dog to do it.
Exactly.
Right? I don't know what the reason, like maybe they're making a Last of Us remastered for the PlayStation 5. I don't know. But I wish that they automatically did that. And I like the fact that Xbox is doing that. Like I'm saying, we're not hating on the Xbox. There's good and positives. But for me personally, I like a lot more what Sony is doing all around as a package, the total value, when I look at it.
Yeah, and we talked about like the Game Pass on the weekends. We said, hey, I love the fact that that I can play the Outriders included. I don't have to pay.
Yeah.
Because I remember you telling me it would cost you like $100 to buy that damn game. So this is cool. This is awesome. And we also talked about quick resume. Hey, it's kind of well. It's not the end of the world. It's not like a drastic difference, but hey, it's cool that it's there, that we can switch back and forth. Not that it's a super big deal, but we gave the credit where it's due. We gave Microsoft credit where it was due. We said, hey, the console loads really fast. You turn it on, it's already on. There's no loading time. It's just awesome. You can switch between quick resume much faster. You never have done this before. Not ever did we ever experience this type of a super fast, smooth experience on a console. And I acknowledged all the positives. Now, once I start talking about the 4K Blu-ray, well, things have changed. They were like, oh, but, no. Why do I have to download the app? Why it's not already included?
Yeah.
Why do I have to download some third-party crap app? And why is it shitty? Why is it like same since 2016? It's exactly the same. Nothing has changed. Why do I have to jump through hoops to pause, to play, to fast forward? Why can't they make it more convenient? Like Sony did. Like those are the constructive criticism. It doesn't mean that I hate the damn console. It just means, hey, I have both positives and negatives. That's what you're supposed to do as a journalist. That's what you're supposed to do as unbiased person. That's what you're supposed to do. Unbiasedly analyze it. Don't bring your freaking fanboyism or your opinions to it. Just analyze it practically. Hey, practically this is stupid. Why can't they put the lithium batteries in this son of a bitch on the Xbox Series X? Why can't they put the damn microphone? That's constructive criticism. And a lot of people have a problem with that because they're fanboys. Anyway, Cameron, everybody, I'm going to have to get going. It's 9 o'clock. We're going to do this tomorrow night, 10 o'clock.
I'll be here. Mom will be here.
I'm gonna try to pull it a little bit longer tomorrow night, maybe till 4 o'clock in the morning, between 10 and 4. We'll do like Bill, what you call that? Oh my God, we'll do like coast to coast AM kind of a thing. We'll do a little bit longer, and I know you're gonna join me. We'll dive a little bit more into this game. I'll show you where the generator is. I think I know where the generator is because I need to use the electricity, and you need, of course, electricity for the that door to open. Of course, generator equals electricity. So, thank you, Cameron. Thank you, everybody. I think it was a troll. It was a PC and Xbox fans. It's nothing to do with Sony. This was obviously, we all know who. It shows you who these people are. You know, they show their true face, who they are. They don't care about the facts. They wanna dumb down the people's opinions. They're acting fascistly. It's like a fascist, like a dictator, like a fascist dictator. They just want to tell you what you should say, what you can't say. But obviously, it didn't work out for them, nor will it ever work out for them. Because I've been doing this for 8 years, and here I'm still here kicking ass. I had people telling me, "I'll knock on your door." I was like, "What? I'm waiting. Been waiting for 8 years for somebody to knock on my fucking door." I said, "Knock on my door." Never happened.
And And lastly, guys, don't be offended by what we're saying. We're not trying to offend you. We're just trying to state our opinions. And think about it this way: if it wasn't for this PlayStation 5, he wouldn't have been able to live stream for the last couple of days, and he wouldn't be able to live stream tomorrow. You would just be seeing a post written on the community forum on YouTube. So I think you should be appreciative that there is a live stream, and the only reason he's able to live stream is because the PlayStation can do it. His PC is not going to do it. His Xbox definitely can't do it. So these are the arguments we're trying to tell you guys.
These are the facts.
And most of you,
facts.
And most of you probably didn't even realize that this is the PlayStation 5 live streaming. It's not his PC. His PC right now, because of the internet, cannot live stream. But the PlayStation, for some reason, it's doing it. It's able to do it with only 8 megabytes.
And they know that it's a PlayStation because they can see the comments popping up. This is PlayStation. It's a PlayStation camera, and my PlayStation sitting right here, and I'm not using my computer. I'm not using it. I'm just using my monitor to look at the stream, what I'm looking at right now, and of course my microphone right here. Yeti, connected to my PC. I mean, not to my PC, to my PlayStation. To my PlayStation. It's connected to my PlayStation, and I'll prove it. I'm gonna prove that I'm on a PlayStation right now, and that this is all from PlayStation. I'm gonna do this right now. Check this out. There will be a blue screen because I'm gonna go and exit this out. Check this out.
You're not gonna pull any tricks for us.
Oh my God! I'm pulling tricks. You can only hear my voice. It's a blue screen. That's because I'm on a PlayStation. Yeah. And I'm like I'm right now on a user interface. And I'm going to go back to the Days Gone now. And here I am. I'm back now. Okay. But you see, no matter what we do, no matter what we say, for the PC elitist, there's no cure. There's no cure for them, Cameron, I'll see you tomorrow. We'll continue the part 2 tomorrow.
All right, see you guys. See you, Desperado.
We're going to save the energy for tomorrow, though. We're going to need it, man. We're going to need it, man. They're going to be coming in that movie, the Troy, Helen of Troy. They're going to be coming in, marching in, bro. So we better be ready.
No, that's all right. We're always ready. We're going to have Papa here. We're going to have Brandon here. We're going to have probably Derek. So if you guys want to say something and get yourself blocked, and that's up to you guys. But you're gonna get blocked. So if you don't mind getting blocked, well, it would be good if you paid like $2 before you get blocked.
Yeah,
but
please pay.
That would be preferred.
Yeah,
pay
please.
First.
Yeah, please pay first, and then I'll be more than happy to block you. Though, I mean, honestly, actually, do it. I promise. Scott's honor, I'm not going to block you. Just make sure you give me that $5. All right, Cameron. I'll see you tomorrow.
All right, see you guys. Have a great day.
We'll have fun, man. It was great. Thank you. Thank you, guys. Cheers.